see our Great Lakes, they see our mountains, they see the red arches, and they think, wow, what a beautiful place. But it's not until they get to stay and they get to know our people, and that beauty fades in the idea, and it fades in the thought of who we are as a people. I want you to know that on Saturday at 7:45, I ended up getting a phone call saying, Mayor, there's a flooding. We've got to go down and look at the flooding. So I threw on my boots and I went down to the flood thinking that I was going to have to do a couple of sandbags, keep people's basements from getting filled with water. If it got filled with water, we would start pumping things out. But what I saw was completely different. So I went up to look at the homes. I saw boulders, really pretty much the size of landscaping rocks. I saw mud, trees, debris. I looked at 11 homes that were completely filled with mud. And I thought, oh my gosh, what are they going to do? Then I started looking at our infrastructure, and I realized our infrastructure was completely flooded. The pipes were filled with mud and debris. Everything was just out of control, and we had no idea where to start. Then it started, and we had to start taking care of a couple of things and think to ourselves, what are we going to do to get things back on track? Daylight came, we got a couple of groups together, and we said, one day at a time, rolled up our sleeves to try and get things done. The reason why I tell you part of this story is because I want you to know in life, you have two choices. You can make excuses, or you can make progress, but you can't do both. We had 8,000 people show up with shovels, with brooms, to make progress. And within 24 hours, the mud, the soot, all of the things that were in those spaces were washed out, cleaned out, and these people had their lives back. That is the Utah I know. That's the Utah I love, and that's the Utah that I want to represent in Washington. Somebody asked me, well, is FEMA going to take care of this? And I responded to them, we will have our stuff cleaned up, washed up before Washington even knows we're on the map. Now, if we can do that in this state, if we can help each other out, tighten our belts, fix our problems, balance our budgets, not only should Washington do that, we need to make sure Washington's obligated to do that. Instead of them worrying about the future of their careers, they need to worry about the future of our children and the opportunities they have. Now, we talked about keeping promises to our seniors, and we will do that, but I will tell you right now, as a mother, as a wife, as a concerned citizen, I'm going to make sure that Washington keeps their promises to our children, your children, and our grandchildren. I want you to know I love you all. God bless Utah. Thank you for making me look so good. Thank you so much.
One comment before Mia takes off. She's got the commitment down in the Provo that she's running to, and I appreciate her taking the time to be part of this. But let me tell you how I feel and how important about this race. You know what? I've learned in the last 6 months that the most important vote that will be had is when we pick leadership at the state level and the leadership that we pick at the federal level. And I do not want my vote going for a lady on the Democratic side to become the Speaker of the House. You know what I'm talking about? Scott, who am I talking about? Our Nancy. I do not want, guys, I want our next representative of the 4th Congressional District to vote for the leadership that we need change in Washington, D.C. And I want me alone. I want you guys to help me and support her and get out and do everything that we can through the West Side Valley, because this is a West Side Coalition Valley that's going from all the way up, all the way down to Saratoga, of the legislators that are here. Can you guys give me one great big hand, and let's do everything that we can to support you.